Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Foolish Mortals. And in the last episode, guys, Murphy was able to use a magnet to fix a duel between two feuding brothers. And we also did a little bit of choreography and secured ourselves a slice of wedding cake. So we at least have one solid item for the list for Abigail. So that's awesome. Now, we are actually going to head back to the stairs because I had an epiphany last night. An apostrophe, if you will. Here at the staircase. Now, it's kind of strange because I'm thinking about this like Doc Brown. I wasn't thinking about this fourth dimensionally. One of the great things about point-and-click adventure games is you can be sitting there thinking about a puzzle like away from the game, and then it just kind of hits you. So one thing that we did here is we have the list, right? And 7 o'clock, it actually works. So let's head up here. And if this works the way I think it's going to, it's actually so clever. 7. Now, the next one on the list is 3. Now, we tried to enter at 3 o'clock and it didn't work, right? But Murphy is actually not facing. We are here to the side. So if we go in... Oh! Okay, I've got to time that a little bit better. I'm thinking it basically depends on Murphy's orientation. Alright, right here. So 3 o'clock would be at midnight, or at 12. So I assume if we hear a chime, we're on the right track. Oh, there we go. All right, next up is 11. Let's wait. We'll be patient. That's all I heard was Doc Brown saying I wasn't thinking fourth dimensionally. Oh, there we go. Now, upside down, what is after that? 9. And we are, upside down now. Let's make sure. 4 o'clock. 12. 1, 2. That is one of the most clever puzzles I've seen in a point-and-click in a while, to tell you the truth. And then 8 o'clock. And we're back at the... we're back in our normal vertical.
My head still spinning, I passed through the final door of the staircase room with the realization that I'd followed the final steps of a dead man.
Would we... Oh, hi. I didn't know that it was going to lead here. How are you doing, sir?
I'd never been in love, yet seeing the drastic measures the sailor had resorted to, I felt his pain all too viscerally. The happiest day of his life became the day his true love rejected him. It must have broken him. The sailor's skeleton still clasped his wedding ring for Abigail. With some unease, I took the ring, promising the skeleton I'd return it to the woman who loved him.
Could we cut him down?
I couldn't do that.
That might be a one and done.
This must have been the skeleton of the sailor. A skeleton, clothed in wedding attire, hung by the neck from a branch of the tree.
Now, do we have to go through that again? Oh, nope. Right outside. Cool. Now... Oh, no. I just thought about locomotive. Do we need that ear horn?
I had nothing else to say to the Colonel.
Okay. That's good, I guess. Maybe not. So, oh. Well, you are all by your lonesome, ma'am.
Good evening, Miss LaRue.
Why, hello again, Murphy.
Where did the Talagula twins head off to?
Who cares? What a pair of duds they turned out to be. Say, Murphy, you wouldn't happen to be romantically unattached, would you?
Tallulah looked at me like she was homing in on her next prey. She was a killer combination of brains, beauty, and a psychopathic lack of empathy. You know, I'm really not looking for anything like that right now.
Pity.
Well, maybe next time.
I heard you've been engaged before, Tallulah?
Only a few times. What can I say? I'm just unlucky when it comes to love.
Who was your first fiancé?
Buford T. Vanderbilt, the Silver Fingers of the Silver Lakes. Played the banjo every day except Tuesday, and would serenade me as I stood on the plantation balcony, until he was found with banjo wire around his neck, garroted by his own instrument. Do you know when banjo songs sound their best?
I don't think I do.
When they're over.
Oh, I actually like a lot of banjo, especially like Steve Martin and his band.
Who was your second fiancé?
Chuck Charleston III, famed alligator wrestler. That is, until he overdosed on cough medicine an hour before his wrestling show and fell asleep on the riverbank. Ended up as 16 separate pieces inside the gator's belly. That alligator never developed a cough, though.
Put the dye in Dimetab.
Who was your third fiancé?
Thaddeus Winthrop Jr., the maestro of Mardi Gras, held the biggest fireworks display this side of Montgomery. But who knows what his suit was washed in, because one stray spark and the man was up in flames like a creme brulee. Talk about going out with a bang.
Ooh, I love creme brulee.
Now I've just got to keep an eye out for who'll be the next object of my affections.
I best be running along.
Ta-ta for now.
Miss LaRue, would you mind if I borrowed your parasol?
Don't be silly, Murphy. It's a beautiful evening
No, it's
outside.
still bad. Okay.
You have no use, but I'm sure I can be of help to you if the weather turns sour.
It doesn't look like there's any way to actually mess with that. Was there anything else to do down here? You had the barrel lift and the wine rack.
Wine racks adorned each wall of the cellar. Belmore Man. I needed to use the switch to operate the barrel lift.
But the switch no worky.
I flipped the switch, but nothing happened. It seemed the barrel lift lacked power.
Is there anything that we can use to... Oh, this is not a smart idea.
That didn't work.
Okay. I wondered.
It was a pair of scissors from the newspaper office. It was an old chamber pot, hopefully thoroughly cleaned.
Can we gather some of the floodwater, maybe?
That was going to be the perfect container to scoop the water out, but I would have been here for days. I needed a way to automate it. With extraordinary fortune, the porcelain chamber pot fitted neatly into the decorative ironwork of the barrel lift.
Oh, okay.
I was onto something. For now, I decided to leave it there.
Can we...
Wine racks adorned each wall of the cellar.
Oh, I had no idea
Decades of a...
what we had just done there. So maybe...
The wire had corroded.
Feather duster on the stuck wire?
I didn't need to dust that. Shockingly, I didn't want to...
Yeah, I know. And bottled water probably isn't going to help out much either in this case.
The water was murky and stagnant, even confined to a bottle I didn't want it.
Wait, can we...
The wine racks were largely bare. What few bottles remained were cracked and empty.
Well, I guess we're kind of doing a makeshift bridge. So that's interesting. Check the garden room. Oh, we were already... Yeah. Already took care of that. Now... Oh, you know, one thing we never actually tried the witch's room, did we?
The door was locked. The door was locked.
I think we need to get the earpiece from the Colonel. By the way, thank you to Lilani in the comments for letting me know that the beef version of a Kentucky Colonel is a cattle baron. I didn't even think about that. That's spot on. I had a good chuckle when I saw that. Well, we've got railing. That's nice. It's something.
I assessed whether the railing would be safe to climb. With the slippery ironwork and crumbling masonry, the answer was obviously no. But I didn't have the luxury of safety.
Oh, I didn't
Here
even...
goes nothing.
I didn't even try to climb this. Oh.
Hauling myself onto the roof from the ornamental railings, I realized there was no easy path to get higher. The roof tiles ranged from loose and dangerous to soggy and dangerous. Either way, I wasn't going to be able to climb them.
At least we can walk along the roof
As I approached
here.
the lightning rod, I started to feel the hair on the back of my neck standing up.
Great Scott.
That was a close one. Fortunately, the lightning bolt had hit the lightning rod instead of me, breaking it from its socket and sending the rod tumbling to the ground below. It looked like someone had already intended to start fixing the roof. I looked inside the toolbox and took the only thing it held, a rusty old pair of pliers.
Oh, there we go.
There was nothing else in the toolbox. I couldn't see an easy way up to the cupola. I definitely didn't have the natural balance needed to walk across the cable unaided.
Is that what we're going to need the umbrella for? Well, let's head down there. That's nice. Maybe the pliers can actually get the wiring undone for the fuse box. Let's hope that this is the case. And we still don't know how to get that rose out of the way, but hopefully we'll figure it out. Or get the bushes out of the way of the rose. Okay, pliers.
I pulled at the wire with the pliers and managed to dislodge it from the fuse box.
Huzzah! So, do we electrograph, barrel lift, orrery track, theater rotation? Well, I mean, barrel lift right
I
now.
hooked up the lightning rod wire to the socket, but with the lightning rod broken, I wasn't going to get any power.
Oh.
I couldn't do anything.
Okay, and it fell, but where exactly did it fall? Maybe it fell on the balcony? Nope. Normally when something drops like that, we pick it up later, right? So let's try Don't think it would be here in the greenhouse necessarily. Fountain, statue, the overgrowth. So how do we get the electricity flowing? Nothing else for the kernel. I wonder if there's something that we do with the glass.
I couldn't do that.
I don't think we need the wedding schedule anymore. Anything new to say?
Good evening, Father Foskett.
Hello again, my child.
Have you two gentlemen known each other long?
Gentleman's a stretch.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Foskett.
But yes, we've known each other since we were teenagers. We used to be roommates in college. But while I focused on my studies, the Colonel here focused on extracurriculars. I made it my duty to keep him on the straight and narrow path.
And thankfully, you haven't done a very good job of it.
I've heard there's a witch in the house.
I'm afraid you've heard correctly. A terrible lapse in judgment on the part of the Belmore brothers, I'm afraid. And now look at what's happened.
Who is she?
I don't rightly know, but she must have something to do with this evil state we find ourselves in.
I went to the parlor witch once. Asked her to get in touch with an old college friend of mine, Chucklin' Chuck Monroe.
What a name.
Playing at witchcraft? Why am I not surprised?
Did it work?
We tried using a spirit board to reach him, but all that came out was unreadable conglomerations of letters. Absolute nonsense.
So she couldn't really contact the dead?
Oh, she might have made contact with him just fine. Chucklin' Chuck was severely dyslexic, so there's really no way to tell.
I best be heading off.
God be with you.
Yeah, on that note. Hold on, there's one more thing I want to try. Maybe now would be a good time to... That's the ground.
I didn't need to cut that.
Poker?
Nope. That wasn't going to work. That didn't work.
I figured if... Oh, maybe we can... Okay. Maybe. Let's try this. Let's go back up to the roof and see if the... Yeah, and see if maybe we can use the poker to
I
replace...
wondered if there was something useful.
Oh, in the library? Okay, he just gave us a hint because I was running around.
I didn't need to search for a book right now. I already felt like I was in one. Now wasn't the time to rearrange the furniture. I wondered if the shelves held any books on battling ghostly curses, but that seemed a little too niche.
I don't know.
I wondered if
maybe.
the shelves held any books on battling ghostly curses, but that seemed a little too niche.
Okay. I'm gonna try and see if my theory actually works. It may not, but we can at least give it a shot, you know? Because the lightning rod and the poker did seem to work. Oh, and it's got a socket.
Nope.
Ah!
From down on the balcony, the cable was out of reach.
Yeah, but...
It was the now empty socket where the lightning rod had once stood.
Okay, not the toolbox. The actual socket. Oh, maybe I need to actually head up here. Careful. Ooh, it's like pixel. It's pixel hunting.
With a spark of inspiration that worried even me, I decided to test whether I could improvise a replacement for the lightning rod,
Nice.
breaking all manner of building codes in the process.
It's alive! Oh, we automated it. Cool. Does that mean that it's going to be empty when we go back? We're stumbling our way through the dark here, guys, but this seems to be helping. Sometimes dumb logic does work in a point-and-click game. Okay, are we de-swamp watered?
With a surge of electricity from the lightning strike, the barrel lift came to life, disappearing into the water, then rising up to the hatch above.
Yes.
So this was how they loaded barrels in and out of the cellar. Held by the barrel lift, the chamber pod plunged beneath the surface, scooping up the murky floodwater, then carrying it to the ground-level hatch above. With time, the jury-rigged machine began bailing the cellar like a sailor trying to save a sinking dinghy.
Sometime later. Nice. Okay, so what are we grabbing over here? Ooh,
There was nothing large that I needed to move.
not yet anyway. Can we grab some wine?
The wine racks were largely bare. What few bottles remained were cracked and empty.
Alright, well, let's look at the dwarven keg then.
I turned the spigot and rum began to pour out. If I wanted some, I needed something to carry it in.
Got just the thing.
With the bottle positioned beneath it, I turned the spigot. The grotesque face began spewing out rum like it was 2 a.m. on Bourbon Street.
What kind of rum, though?
It was a soda bottle that I'd filled up with rum.
Delicious rum. Kraken rum, maybe?
All of the smaller barrels I could see were rotted and empty.
We may have to come back there for that hand truck. Or the dolly. Is there anything else that we're pretty much done? Theater rotation.
Knowing the erratic surges of electricity that must have been flowing through the wire into the barrel lift, I decided it was wiser not to do any more rewiring.
Oh. Okay. I thought that was going to be useful. Would you like a refill, sir? Got the cure for what ails you.
Can I top you off, Colonel?
Oh, excellent. What do you have there?
Belmore rum, aged 33 years.
Wonderful. Fill her up. I must prefer rum to that hoity-toity champagne they serve. Rum is a man's drink.
Man's drink.
Toast later.
Do you think that's a good idea, Colonel?
I certainly do. You know, Fosca, I've had about enough of your sanctimonious prattling. I try to sit here and enjoy myself, and all I hear is the droning of a long-winded clergyman.
I'm not droning. You just don't like to face the truth. My sanctimonious prattling, as you so ungratefully call it, is all that stands between your unrighteous life and a subsequent consignment to the fiery gates.
You know, that must be it. It's a revelation, an epiphany. All these years I've been thinking I've been in limbo, wondering why I haven't moved on to the pearly gates or the raging fires, and now I've realized.
What have you realized?
I must be in hell right now, and listening to you is my torture. Well, that's it. I can't bear any more.
Well then.
Now I can't hear a word you say.
Infantile.
Well, I should certainly hope she does.
Can't wait for the conversations y'all are going to have now. I'll just grab that. Can we give it a good wash first, though?
It was a brass horn used to amplify sound.
So that's 1, 2, 3. 3. We still need to get a veil and flowers. Alright, let's go. How are we going to change the weather for her to say something for the parasol, though? Let's run all of our items here and see what we can do.
I didn't want to make a hole in that.
Wait a minute. Can we use the pliers on the rosebush?
Nope. I needed to think of something else. The wooden sign had the quaint charm of a handmade woodcraft.
Man, I still don't know.
Cutting the thorns would have released a toxin, and
yeah.
I preferred remaining conscious.
Do you have any weed killer, Rupert?
Good evening. Is there a way to get rid of the thorns?
Oh, certainly. A good drenching with alcohol should kill him off.
Oh, well then.
No time to stop and smell the roses. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Murphy.
It's time for a refill, I see. Please tell me that there's still some rum in there. I wonder if there was a way that we could just ride the barrel lift out of here. That would be nice. Okay, we're gonna give this a shot.
I refilled the bottle, but as the rum neared its neck, the flow turned to dribbles. That must have been the last of it.
Ooh, shame. I like a lot of rums. Like, Kraken's my preferred rum, but I also like Bamboo. Bamboo's very good. Any kind of clear rum. Just pirate drinks in general. I'm wondering if there is anything that we have.
I didn't dare talk to her anymore. It was a yellow parasol resting against the chaise longue.
Gotta find some way to block out the moon, I guess. Okay, oh, whoops. Got discombobulated. Back up here. And, sorry guys.
I emptied the rum onto the thorns and waited.
Let's see how long this takes. Ooh. That was fast.
There was only one rose left. I needed to be more delicate than ripping it out of the flower bed.
Mm-hmm. Would the knife help?
Delicately, I cut the stem and picked up the last rose in the house.
Alright, there's that. So, music. We've got the rose, we've got the ring, we've got the cake. Now we just need the veil. Right? That should be it. Flowers, veil, ring, cake, music, yeah. And Murphy did say that there was something in the library, so maybe it's something I missed. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, guys, I think this is a good place to go ahead and call it an episode. When we get back, we'll see if we can grab that parasol and maybe get access to the rest of the roof. But I hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.